In this video, I'm rolling with Vince again. Vincenzo, as I like to call him. That he doesn't prefer. But anyway, I have another round with him, and he's a white belt that rolls in a manner that's very constructive. And I think that if I was a white belt, I wish someone would have told me to emulate someone like Vince. He goes easy, but he uses pressure. He doesn't move too slow, but he doesn't move too fast. He tries to feel everything out. And he's a big, strong guy, and he really holds back from using it. And I think all of those things are leading to his skill development. Also, he'll be experimental. He won't panic if he feels his guard's getting passed. So here I'm able to get him into full guard. Also, he takes instruction well. He remembers things that you tell him. And he watches my channel. So I think that one day we'll be able to use Vince as an example of someone who just took my methodology, I don't know, the way my philosophy, not so much my individual techniques, and made himself into a decent jiu-jitsu player. And that'll all be documented on the channel. So here he's looking to peel my foot. And then I just open my guard. I don't need him to peel it. I don't need to wait until it happens. I should have launched an attack before that. But again, I'm playing relaxed. I'm playing experimental. So there he was looking to control my foot. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I was able to get a sweep. There I threatened the wrist lock. Passed his guard, went for the Kimura. I contained his waist with my right hand so he couldn't bring his knees back in to regain his guard. Which he went right for, actually, which is what he should have done. There I was in like a Kimura trap. And I'm in more of an experimental position here. I'm not trying to wedge my knee in. Well, now I am. But I'm not going for it instantly. I'm not going for all the best things that I should do right away. Here I'm hoping he points his head towards the ceiling, leaving his neck exposed. I'm just climbing him. I'm not looking for the definitive win. I'm not looking to roll him into an armbar against his will. So there he Granby'd out, which is, I always say, a great escape from there. I was able to repass, get knee on belly, but again, it's just my shin across his waist. I'm not looking to make him super uncomfortable or break his rib with pressure. When I started, guys would just get to side control, knee on belly until you would tap. I mean, they would pressure it so hard sometimes, and I have fractured ribs to show for it. So this looks like a position that I like to play from the bottom. And now we're going to see how other people handle that. So he tried to get to his knees. He's trying to get to turtle, but I have him in like a half Nelson with the gift wrap. So there I was able to come up to mount. I could have taken an armbar, but that would have been falling back and losing the position, and I felt like I'd rather just play from mount nice and relaxed instead of falling back. And if I get him with the armbar, it stops our flow anyway. And if I don't, I lost position. So here I have the gift wrap again. He's turning to his knees. I popped up to readjust my leg positioning. Now I'm on his back with the, like a Kimura underhook on the left side and a gift wrap on the right. Now he did the right thing. He pushed my arm off, but that leaves his arm open for the arm bar, which Again, I'm not pressing it as hard as I can. I don't want to rip it if he doesn't tap. You know, he didn't tap right away, and that's fine. He was able to push my leg off his face, which is what he should have done, and he was able to escape. So good for Vince. A white belt at that level to be able to escape that armbar is very good. Now he's looking for the double underhook, but I have my left leg hooked under his knee. My left foot is hooked under his knee. So when you try to double underhook and I have my hooks in, it becomes impossible. So there I was able to just push him over and sweep out one of his legs to get the sweep. Very easy, very slow, very methodical. Applying pressure properly to a resisting opponent. And then eventually I'll be able to apply that pressure to stronger resistance from a more skilled opponent. So here he's trying to sit up. As you could see his feet are just hanging there. Even though he went out of frame, his feet are just hanging. So there's nothing stopping my waist or stopping me from doing what I want to do. So at that point, it's just really easy for me to peel that foot. There's a foot lock from there, a toe hold. I don't know the technique, or I'm not strong enough to apply it against somebody who's stronger than me. It's probably because I don't know the technique well enough or deeply enough. So here his legs are still inactive. Sorry we went out of frame. I'm using a wide lens, but we have to go to that one corner of the mat. So I'm passing his guard here. I just passed his guard. I'm in reverse scarf. He pushed me away. So when he pushes away, when he frames straight away with his arms like that, it just leads to knee on belly. Because I'm going to let him push me away, but I'm going to just switch to knee on belly. He could push away my hips, but my knee is still there. So here I'm looking for a Darce. Probably. Oh, he almost rolled me over there. See, that whole sequence was really good for footlock defense. Because if I would have stayed there, I would have got heel hooked from behind if he knew what he was doing. So even though he doesn't know that submission, I still had to be moving away that would be weary of it. And untangle my legs. So here I have my foot in his hip. I like this position. It sets up the triangle. You could probably see it coming. There he brought his knee in, and that stops the triangle. So I don't know if he did that knowingly. So I played a little shin-on-shin guard. Now I'm back to what I like. See, here I want to pull his arm in and then bring my legs around his head. But he stopped my left leg by bringing up his right leg. There he almost got the over-under pass that he was looking for because I wasn't able to hook his leg in time. But I was still able to basically frame on his face and slither out. I got to think about stopping him from moving forward and moving whatever piece of me is uncontrollable in that position for him. Because there's always a part of you that can't be controlled. So here I'm just, this is a sound guard position. My knees are up near my body. I have 2 connections. I have 4 actually. But again, I'm playing loose. So I'm allowing him to grip. I'm allowing him to move. I want to see what he does. There I wanted to see if I could hold him off with just my foot on his bicep. And that ends the round. So we're going to have a little post-roll conversation. I'm going to explain to him some intricacies of jiu-jitsu.
You're framing against my head. I can't really.
So try to do it when my feet are in the air. So laying your back. So
more when they're higher up, or
yeah, like if I'm coming in like this,
yeah.
You're gonna get this.
So here I'm explaining he doesn't want me to be able to hook when he goes for that over-under pass or stack pass.
I'm stacking myself. I put myself.
So I'm saying when his feet are floating in the air would be the best time to go for it.
The moment when they're not touching anything, that's when you're going to scoop under and turn your hip.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to get into this battle.
Which?
This, right? Because you're approaching, I'm going this way, right?
Yeah.
As soon as I turn my intentions in the opposite direction, this no longer frames against me. So we're here, look, I go up, that's right.
Okay.
I'm past.
Right.
Here I'm showing them the value of like switching your intentions. So if my intentions were to bounce off that position, I could. Or I could switch them away and go through the position backwards
Turn your intentions.
by turning my hip and creating a new angle.
Passing your, go behind your back. So I'm passing your knee shield. Everybody gets this. We run in, boom, we're bouncing. We were like bouncing off the wall, right?
So here again, I'm showing the same principle during a knee shield pass.
Now,
Instead of just bouncing off the knee shield, switch your hips.
right? I don't have to bounce off your leg.
It makes your workload a lot easier. Because I think at the highest level, it's about who can be the most efficient. Who can anticipate the best combined with the most efficiency.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's
And when someone can control and submit me that way,
I got that from Kung Fu, right?
I always find it so impressive.
Square this way. I don't want you this way and doing the move. I want you square.
Using the least amount of effort against
This way, and then we're doing it this way. Like
their
I'm
opponent.
very specific about your intentions. So that's where I got it.
Here I'm explaining that same principle in Kung Fu. In Shaolin Kung Fu, a lot of the stance work, you always have to have your intentions in a certain direction.
That's the whole point. And like when you go against a white belt, especially you now, that you're as good as you are,
So I like to leave these post-roll banter in.
as easy as
If you
possible to be.
think I should cut these rounds a little bit shorter and ignore this, just leave a comment.
Contain them,
If you enjoy
to submit
the
them a couple
post-roll
times,
banter,
just to go crazy.
I think it's great for the videos, but I want to make you all happy.
Don't even do it. Just focus on holding him in place, pinning him without using a ton of pressure or 100% effort. Once we can pin him, then I'll just say, okay, then go do the wrist lock or do the cherry on top. Just do it. Right, let's build the Sunday. The submission's just a little cherry that goes on top. It's the
Again, I'm explaining that the submission is usually the cherry on top.
put a cherry.
All the control that leads to that is so interesting to me and so fascinating. But yet, when people first start off, they just want to see someone finish an armbar. But the control that leads to that finish is so incredible to me. There's so many nuances and variables. When you can master those, that's the real genius of jiu-jitsu. But thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, I have a merch store. I also have a Buy Me a Coffee link. Both will be in the description. Thank you for watching.